بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وبارك على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, Alhamdulillah, in one of the previous sittings, I believe it was Saturday, we discussed some of the Tarāwīḥ of Shayṭān, some of the paths of the Shayṭān that he embarks upon to lead the people astray. We mentioned it in general. And today, inshallah, we just want to read for some of the speech of Ibn Qayyim, rahimahullah, in relation to these paths that the Shayṭān takes. And Ibn Qayyim mentions in bidʿah fawaid that there's ajlas, there's 6 ajlas, لا يزال ابن آدم حتى ينال منه واحد منها وأكثر. And there's 6 types of means that the Shayṭān seeks to lead someone astray. And he doesn't seek except for one of these 6, or more than one. So the shar al-awwal, the first of them, is shar al-kufr wa shirk. Wa ma'ānat Allāh wa Rasul. So the first evil that a person may fall into, by the way, the Shayṭān, is the evil of shirk wal kufr, as well as enmity towards Allah and His Messenger. And so if Ibn Adam falls into this, فاستراح الشيطان بتعبه, the Shayṭān relaxes in the form of relaxation, for he's achieved the ultimate goal in leading the person astray. There's nothing more that the Shayṭān could call the person, or worse the Shayṭān could call the person to, except for shirk billah, associated partners with Allah, which renders the person in the hellfire for eternity. And there's nothing worse it can call them to except for kufr billah, or having a position and enmity towards Allah and His Messenger. And so, what comes after that is that the individual, if he's upon this shirk, he becomes from the du'āt of Iblis, from the callers to Iblis, from the nawab, and from those that are deputized in the place of Iblis, calling the people to the hellfire. As these are the people that fall into that first affair. Then he mentions the martabah al-thāniya min al-shirk wa hiya bidʿah wa hiya ahabba ilayhi min al-fusuq. And the second thing that Ibn Qayyim mentions is bidʿah, innovation. And the bidʿah innovation is more beloved to the Shayṭān than fusuq, yani sinful, wrongful acts, wal ma'asi, disobedience. لأن ضررها في نفس الدين وهو ضرر متعد وهي ذنب لا يتاب منه ويبقى خالف لدعوة الرسل. And so when it comes to the affair of the person falling into bid'ah, then this is opposition, a person opposing the way of the Rasul, opposing the way of the messengers. And in addition to that, then this is the sin لا يتاب منه. The person doesn't make tawbah from it. Why? Because يرى يعني حسنة. يراها حسنة, he regards this bid'ah to be something good. Whilst when you have the fusuq, the person falls into fisk, يعرف, he knows that he's falling into evil. And this may eventually lead him to tawbah. But with the bid'ah, the person remains upon this affair of disobedience. And he comes from amongst his people. And again, he calls the people to that dalāl, to that misguidance. The third matter mentioned by Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah is al-kabā'ir على اختلاف أنواعها فهو أشد حرصا أن يوقعه فيها. And so, the third is in relation to the major sins. And these major sins that occur in different ways. And how they appear in different manners. And the Shayṭān is steadfast and strives to lead the people astray and fall into his major sins. And so, a person may be alim, may have knowledge of that major sin, however he still falls into it. The Shayṭān still encourages him to fall into it. Then you have the fourth affair, which is saghā'ir, the minor sins. However, these minor sins, إذا اجتمعت فَرَبَّمَا أَهْلَكَتْ صَاحِبُهَا. When it comes to these minor sins, if they are governed, the person falls into many minor sins, one after the other, then perhaps that this is the means of the person's destruction. Because no doubt the person is well aware of the major sins. So he may be harif, steadfast, staying away from the major sins. However, he allows the minor sins to accumulate one after the other, one after the other. And those are the minor sins that contribute to his destruction. So no doubt the person, he needs to be steadfast when it comes to the major sins and the minor sins. And well aware of both of them. And well aware of the harm that comes by way of them. Thereafter, he mentions the al-khamis, al-ishghalu bil-mubāḥāt التي لا ثواب فيها ولا عقاب. And the fifth means that the Shayṭān busies the individual with the mubāḥāt, and that which is permissible, meaning permissible. And there's no thawab, there's no reward for it. Likewise, wala iqāb, there's no punishment for the person doing these things. However, the Shayṭān busies him away from the thawab, the reward. So he's busy and immerses himself in the affair of the that which is mubāḥ. How many times do you hear people say this? They'll say that no, but it's permissible, so I'm doing it. However, we should be from those individuals that are seeking to be in the ahsan al-hal or ahsan al-hay'a, in the best position possible, doing the best things that we possibly could do. As some ulama, they mentioned, in the time of the companions and the Salafi Salih, they would ask, what actions can I do? What more actions can I do? What are the actions I can do to draw nearer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Whilst now we're in a time where the people ask, what can I get out of? Do I have to do it? Is it obligatory? Is it permissible for me just to do this? Rather, we should strive to be from those that do the righteous actions, as many of the righteous actions as possible. And not busy ourselves with actions that eventually do not benefit us in the akhirah. Now, the fact that they do not harm us in the akhirah is one thing. However, the fact that it does not benefit us and does not bring about reward for us in the akhirah, likewise, is enough for us to leave it off. And the sixth thing mentioned, finally, is the Shayṭān yushghiluhu bil-'amal al-mafdūl. that the Shayṭān will busy the individual with the actions which are mafdūl, yani the actions where no doubt the action itself may carry benefit, but there's a greater action you can do at that particular time. So the person, he's deceived due to the fact that he's doing a righteous action. However, there's a better action he can do at that time. Shaykh Abdullah Bukhari, hafidhahullāh, he gave the example of the individual that is in the masjid between the adhān and the iqāmah. And he begins to read Qur'ān. So I know that recitation of Qur'ān فيها فضل, يعني التلاوة فيها فضل وخير. However, that is not the best legislative action for him to do at that time. Rather, the best legislative action will be what, ikhwan? Ad-du'a. And so, with this we understand, barakallahu feekum, that these are the 6 ways of the madakhil, wa tarāwīḥ, and the paths that the Shayātīn seek to lead the people astray. And Allah tabarak wa ta'ala knows best. ونكتفي بهذا القدر كذلك. بارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خيرا، وصلى الله وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.